You are an unlimited being with the ability to create whatever it is that you want to create in your life, but first you got to understand the law of attraction. In this video, we're going to talk about the top quotes from one of the most famous law of attraction teachers in the world, Abraham Hicks. I'm Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive into the top teachings of Abraham Hicks and the law of attraction. Number one, genius. It's just attention to something specific. That's all it is. Law of attraction makes it happen. And so anyone who gives attention to any subject for a period of time will evolve in the direction of that understanding. What are they telling us? That when we get emotionally involved in something for long enough, we can become great at it because we become one with it. That's all genius is when our energy is deeply embedded in something and we become one with it. How do you become awesome at the guitar? Well, you start to involve your energy into it, and slowly but surely it starts to pick up speed, and you connect to that. You become one with it, and the result is you create success. And people say, wow, that person's a genius, right? And we have this funny idea that we think some people are geniuses and some people aren't. When in fact, the actual creator of the IQ test, Alfred Bennett, he created the IQ test, and the reason that he created the IQ test was to be able to identify children that weren't learning as quickly as other people, so that he could actually be able to create education that was specific to everyone. He said that your IQ isn't fixed, your intelligence isn't fixed, and then he got angry when the masses started to believe that the IQ test and your intelligence was fixed. He said that's not true at all. You can create your intelligence the way that you want. But the first thing is what lights you up. What gets you on fire? Do you want to be an author? Do you want to be a business person? Do you have an idea to create a nonprofit to help the homeless or help children? Do you have a new invention or product idea? Do you want to improve your workplace and make it more positive? What idea, what energy, what life do you want to give to the world? And when you invest yourself in that wholeheartedly, the result is you're going to grow. You're going to get better at it. And the result is slowly but surely, you will become genius in that thing. And Steve Jobs says the world was built by people no smarter than you. You can mold it, shape it, and change it however you want when you realize that. So what I'm inviting you to consider, and what Abraham Hicks is inviting us to consider, is that that's what genius is when you devote your life to something, and the result is you become great at it, your energy merges with it, you become more efficient at it, and when you realize the world was built by people that aren't any smarter than you, and you make a choice, you make a decision, you can mold, shape, and change the world however you want. Number two, use whatever excuse you can to vibrate in harmony with those things you've been saying that you want. And this is a good one. Use whatever excuse you can. What happens is we don't have something that's in our life, whether it's more money, or you want a fulfilling romantic relationship, or you want to go travel around the world, right? Everyone wants different things. So the tendency is when we don't see it with our eyes, then we think, well, how can I get in harmony with it and become one with this thing? It's not in my life. Look at the evidence. Look at the evidence. You see my life, right? And what Abraham Hicks is telling us is use any excuse you possibly can to get in harmony with what it is that you want. Right? So if you don't have very much money in your bank account, you might say, well, that's easy to say if you have money in your bank account, but I don't have any money in my bank account. I can't get in harmony with what I want. Here's how you do it. You got a shirt on? Did you buy that shirt? Give thanks for the fact that you bought that shirt, even if it was at the thrift shop for $2. If you didn't buy the shirt and someone else gave it to you, give thanks that the universe supplies your every need. And when you need a new shirt, when you need new clothes, somebody will donate them if they need to. The universe is there. It's an abundant world. Everything is here for us. Are you watching this on a computer? Are you watching this on a phone? Give thanks for the fact that you can pay for that, or somebody else pay for that. When you recognize the abundance in your life now and you can deeply notice it, what happens is you get in harmony with abundance. And when you get in harmony with abundance, when you get in harmony with money, then new opportunities to make more or for you to receive more come to you. So that's what they're saying. Find any excuse that you can. Man, I'm so grateful that I got my computer. I'm so grateful that I got my camera. I'm so grateful that I got all this condo that I get to live in, and I got a shirt, and I got all this stuff. And I'm in total harmony with wealth, and everything that I need comes at the right time, right? I just use an excuse to get in harmony with wealth. So think about what it is that you want, right? You can do the same exact thing for any area of your life, right? Any area of your life. If you have not had a romantic relationship and you really want one and it hasn't shown up yet, give thanks for other people that have one, because it shows if they can have it, man, then you can do it too, right? So use any excuse that you can to start to change your thoughts and move yourself in energetic harmony with what you want. And when you do that, then you start to create your vibration from a powerful attracting place to bring those things into your life. But every time you say, I can't do it yet, there's no way I can do it yet, I don't have it in my life. Every time you let your eyes control what you think, then you move yourself away. The law of attraction is waiting for you to move in harmony, but you're not moving in harmony, so it recreates the same stuff that you don't want. But when you realize to think what you want to think regardless of appearance is truth, then you can say, man, I am wealthy. Look at all this stuff I got. Man, I do have so much love in my life, even though I haven't found my soulmate. You see, that guy's got one. That lady's got one. Man, they look cute when they're kissing together, right? Instead of getting jealous, right? That's power. Use any excuse you can to get in harmony with what you want and start to let your mind work that way. It will seep in subconsciously to control the vibration that you're in, and it'll change the attracting point of your life. Number 3, we are all vibrational beings. You're like a receiving mechanism that when you set your tuner to the station, you're going to hear what's playing. Whatever you're focused upon is the way that you set your tuner. Think about this. Every thought that you have has a biochemical reaction. Every thought is a biochemical reaction that sends an electrical impulse through your nervous system that creates your emotion. What's your emotion? Your E in motion. E stands for energy, motion. So your energy in motion. Every thought you have is a biochemical reaction that controls your emotion, your emotional state, your energy in motion. Your energy in motion dictates what you move into your life. It's like you're like a planet and you're attracting different things into your orbit, just like the sun is attracting all of the planets in our solar system into its orbit. What you're doing is based off of your energy set point, based off of the way that you're vibrating, your emotional set point, how you feel, you are actually bringing things into orbit. Circumstances, your bank account, your love life, your friendships, the opportunities that do or do not come, all of that is attracted, and you're like a planet bringing these things into your life based off of your energy. Like they said, we're vibrational beings. Everything in this world is energy. This camera is energy. This light is energy. Those tulips are energy. My shirt is energy. My body is energy. Everything is energy. And when you realize that, then you say, well, how do I change my energy? Well, a thought form is energy. Well, what generally creates your emotional state? Your thoughts and your beliefs, the actions you do or do not take, the perception, the mindset that you have. And you are the one that actually controls those things. And when you take a step back and you take responsibility for the energy that you're in, then you put yourself in a position to create anything that you want to create. So what they're telling us, right, is that we're all a tuner station. We're all like that antenna shooting an energy up, and then in return we're attracting things back into our orbit. So the question is, what are you attracting? And all we got to do is look at the results in our life to decide what it is that we've been attracting. And then we got to say, well, what do I want to create moving forward? And when we focus, when we get in harmony with that, our energy gets better, we get more in tune with what we want, and we see shifts start to happen. So realize that regardless of the results that you have in your life right now, you can choose to think what you want to think and start to change your energy, even if your bank account hasn't changed, even if your circle of influence hasn't changed, even if you haven't got noticed at your job yet, even if your product, your idea, or your business hasn't taken off yet. You can start to shift your energy. Steve Jobs called it his reality distortion field. He would block out reality as is. He would say, I don't care what reality was. And the people at Apple started to call it his reality distortion field. You can distort reality the same way. It doesn't matter what's there. It matters what's in here, because what's in here will create what's over there in the future. Number 4, within the seed of your desire is everything necessary for it to blossom to fulfillment. And the law of attraction is the engine that does the work. Your work is to just give it fertile ground to grow. So imagine if you had a seed, you put it in the ground, it was a lemon tree. And you and I are roommates, right? And the next day we wake up in the morning, you say, what the heck, Jake? There's not a seed that's turned into a tree yet. The seed's still in the ground. I'm gonna pull it up. And you pulled the seed out of the soil. You'd be crazy. You would be ludicrous. Right? But that's the same thing that we do with the seeds, with the thoughts, with the dreams, with the visions that we have in our mind. We haven't seen them show up in a day, in a week, or a month. So we say, law of attraction, this doesn't work. This is stupid. It doesn't work. It's not working. Maybe I have some old subconscious beliefs. I have to let go of them. And we just go on these silly little patterns, right? But the law of attraction has the ability for the fulfillment of everything that you want. And it's your job to create a soil space, is what Abraham is telling us. Well, the soil space is you not immediately thinking that just because you can't see the shift in your eyes, it hasn't shown up yet. Remember, you only see a little bit of visible light. There's a lot happening that you can't see. You trust a dog whistle. You can't hear a dog whistle, but you blow it, your dog comes. You can't hear it, you trust it. And what I'm inviting you to do, and what Abraham is inviting you to do, is to not pull the seed up as soon as it gets in the soil, right? So you may want something in your life. It may take some time. It's called the gestation and incubation period. There's a period of time that must elapse before what you want can come into physical form. And everything has its own vibrational escrow for it to come into form. Everything has its own gestation and incubation period. So the only thing that I can do is create a fertile ground, is to focus on what I'm grateful for, to take action where I can, to keep my mind focused on what I want and not let the appearances of current reality dictate the images that I hold in my mind. And that's what I'm inviting you to do. If it was a lemon tree, you wouldn't pull it out. Babies have a 9-month gestation period. A carrot seed is about 90 days. Well, your dream, your desires have a gestation and incubation period. And you have the ability, the universe has the ability. We live in a world of infinite abundance. There's the internet. There's more money printed every single day. There's 7 billion people in the world. All of your desires are possible if you don't pull the seed out of the ground and you say, what the heck, this stuff doesn't work. Keep your faith, trust the process, and hold the image of what you want in your mind. Evoke that as if it's true, and you'll start to live out that reality, and the physical world will follow once you absolutely are certain that it will show up. Number 5, the question is not whether it's right or wrong, whether their approach is right or wrong, or whether my approach is right or wrong. The question is, does their approach feel good to me? And if it doesn't, then I choose a different approach. And as a coach, as an author, as a seminar leader, I see so many people that they want an exact formula. There's no exact formula. The question is, how can I feel good? Does this feel good to me, right? And what happens is we choose our life, our desires, our dreams based off of what other people want, and they don't feel good, right? We think that there's a certain way that we have to create our life, and someone else has the exact strategy we need. And we give up our own internal compass, our own truth, our own soul that's all-knowing, all-wise, that's connected to infinite intelligence, that's a conduit to the universe. And we give that up. And we say, do you know? Do you know what's right? Is that right? Is that wrong? No. How do I feel? Because how I feel in this moment is my point of attraction. And when I build my business, when I build my life, when I build my career, when I build my relationships based off of what feels good, I create a feel-good life. And that's the goal more than anything. We don't want things. We want how things will make us feel. And so when we start from there, how does this feel right now? What would feel good? People always come to me and they say, well, how much should I charge for what I do? Well, what feels good? It's not how much I think you should charge. It's not what I think you should do with your life. It's not what Abraham thinks you should do with your life, or your mom, or your dad, or your romantic partner. It's what feels good to you. And when you go from what feels good, you're living from soul. You're inspired. Inspired means in spirit. You're in alignment with your own spirit. And when you come from there, you come from truth, you come from power, you come from infinite possibilities, you come from formless energy, and you can mold, shape, and change the world however you want. So the question is, does this feel good? What feels good to me right now? And when I follow that energy, life shows up in the ways that are most beautiful. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Jake Ducey from JakeDucey.com. I got a free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind. Most people's problem is they use the law of attraction, they positively think, they go after their goals, but then they've got old negative subconscious programming that's not in the way that they want. So I got a free success hypnosis. It's right below. Tens of thousands of people have used it. Lots and lots and lots of amazing miracle success stories. It's just right there, jakeshypnosis.com. You can download it free, use it immediately, and it'll actually start to program your subconscious mind for true success. Subscribe to my channel. I hope that you enjoy it. Comment in your favorite quote, your favorite section. Let's start the conversation. I hope that you have a beautiful, awesome, amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.